I did not go shopping for 1 year, and here's what happened. I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, during the COVID pandemic, I'm getting a lot of questions about clutter and cleanup, and we can't actually do the cleanup until we declutter the areas, right? So we started a group called Hoarding World. You do not have to be a hoarder to participate. I will leave links in the show notes. Come on over and join us. We're changing our relationship to stuff. So a year ago, and we're talking a year and a half ago, was the COVID pandemic of 2020. And during that time, they told everybody to stay at home, don't leave your homes, and if you do have to go out in public, wear a face mask. Oh no, you're going to get sick if you go out. So I said, oh no, I don't want to get sick. I don't like getting sick. I need to be healthy for my business. I won't go shopping. And so I stayed at home. And when I did go out in public, it was to go walking in my neighborhood, but I didn't go to any stores. And after a couple of weeks, I saw that this was continuing on and on and on. I'm like, oh no. Well, besides toilet paper and food, what do we really need? So I made a deal for myself for 1 year. I'm not going to go shopping. I'm not going to shop for anything that is absolutely not necessary, okay? So what is that? And for me, it was pretty much everything. I looked around my house and I took inventory. I have everything I need or want. I've got clothes. I have shoes. I've got a roof over my head. I've got all the toiletries I will probably ever need in a lifetime. And I started thinking, what about my food? Well, I do need food, but how long can I go if I eat pantry food and if I eat stuff from the freezer and I've got 2 fridges and 2 freezers? I mean, hey, how much food does a couple people need? So I've got lots and lots and lots of stuff. What happens if I just consume what I already have? So I decided for myself I was going to play a game. For 1 year, I was not going to go shopping at all. I'm not going to leave and go inside the stores and risk getting sick. So that was kind of like my underlying motivating factor. But here's what happened. And this is during a year where we were encouraged to stay home. I didn't need the latest version of anything because there was no one to impress. You have conversations with people and, people try to one-up each other with their latest purchases or the best deals or the best discounts. That didn't happen because I didn't have a lot of socialization going on. I didn't have any of those conversations, so the peer pressure to buy was not there. And then I said, wait a second, if I'm truly not going to buy anything, can I send my husband to the store for the toilet paper and the groceries and I not even go inside a store for a year? Is that a possibility? There were a couple times we were out and about where I sat in the car and I returned emails and stuff while he went in and did the shopping. What's interesting is this, during the year, if I wanted, like I have an urge, I want something new to wear. Well, I went in my closet. Lo and behold, I still have stuff with the tags on it. Do you guys do that? You buy something, you hang it up in the closet, and then if your husband ever comes in and says, oh, is that new? You're like, oh, no, I've had that for a long time. Now I'm shopping from my closet. I already have clothes there that I've never worn. I have books on my bookshelf that I've never read. Let me read those books instead of buying new books. And so I started using, check it out, using the stuff that I had. I know, how resourceful is that? Instead of just randomly buying new stuff, I just used the stuff I have. I actually got rid of a lot of stuff because as I went shopping in my house, I was like, whoa, where did that come from? Who bought that? Why is that in our house? Why are we storing that in our house? And then I started removing some stuff. I didn't want it then. I guess I don't want it now. Why is it still here? And so I started getting rid of stuff. And as I started looking through my house, I said, wait a second, now I have intentional space. There's stuff in my house on purpose. This is stuff I want to keep. This is stuff that actually means something to me. All the other stuff I can get rid of. Why did I buy that in the first place? I don't even know. I never used it. But I didn't go inside the stores and I didn't buy anything new. And absolutely nothing bad happened to me. I didn't bring stuff into the house that took up more space. That was stuff that I didn't need, want, or use to impress people that I don't know. So here I am a year later and I'm looking back. And I've really gotten attached to the fact that my husband has kind of become a pro at doing our grocery shopping. He goes in with a checklist. He knows exactly what he's going to buy. He knows his way around the store. He knows where everything is. He's in, he's out, and I had nothing to do with it, and it doesn't take up any of my time, and I'm really getting excited about the fact that he's our new grocery shopper for the household. So what happened to me was I discovered I don't need to shop, and I broke the pattern of me needing to go to the store every day, because in the house cleaning business, it was so easy on the way home from a job to just swing by and to pick up a couple of things that I ran out of, right? But every once in a while, you run out of a little something and you're like, it's at the grocery store. So you go inside the grocery store, and then what happens is you buy all those impulse purchases that you find on the way out of the checkout line. So I got caught up in that as well. And there was a period of time where I was buying a lot of stuff I didn't really need, but it was just staring at me like, hey, buy me. And I did. I fell victim to that as well. And so for the last year, I haven't bought any of it, and I don't miss it. And as I look to the future, I could go another year and not buy anything. And now I've been out and I've been to the stores, and in the last couple of months now, after my year was over, I've been out and now I can walk through a store and I can look at stuff and say, you know what? I didn't need it for a whole year. I don't need it now. And I can walk past stuff without that compulsion to buy. I gotta have that because it's on sale. So going for 1 year without buying anything broke the pattern for me of loving to shop. And now I don't love to shop at all. I love to sit in the car and return my emails and do the stuff that I'm best at and let someone else take care of that part of my life. So I don't know, can you go for 30 days? Can you go for 60 days? Can you go for 90 days? What is your window of not shopping? How long can you go? And what's going to happen to you if you don't go shopping for a period of time? All right, I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some food for thought. Leave your questions and comments in the notes below. Until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.